High snap, play action, Nichols underneath, caught, gets away from one tackler, gets away from two tacklers, down the sidelines, one man to beat, stutter step, getting away to the end zone, number 8, Dylan Talley, touchdown, Bowie.
Robertson in motion, Craven's back to pass, goes across the middle, Courson holds it in, he's going to go to the touchdown, to the house, Cravens to Courson, Colt, touchdown.
As a tight end, pulls a guard, Barrett finds the hole, follows the pulling guard, cuts outside, bounces outside to the 20, 10, 15, 5, touchdown, Bowers, touchdown, Bowie.
And folks, we have history at Haltom. Danny Bustamante has just pitched a no-hit, no-run, no-walk shutout. A perfect game for Danny Bustamante.
Rios looks at Alvarado and turns home. It's going to that left field gap. That's a base hit. Here comes Axel Alvarado. The Colts are going to take the lead in the top of the 7th on the base hit by Gannon Howard. Burkle out of position. They've got to pass, and they've got to go. Patomeco with the pass. Mirario has a bit of a look, shot on goal, and he gets it in! Two tight end set here as we go to the left-hand side with B.J. Rogers. Rogers is into the second level. B.J. Rogers to midfield. One man trying to catch up to him, but he will not. Number 6 in for 6. That will do it.
This broadcast is under intellectual property and may not be repurposed or reproduced without express written consent. Enjoy this presentation from Zach Arnold Productions. Energetic Media Solutions.
It's game day here in Grand Prairie, Texas, and Zap has the action you're looking for. Broadcasting live is Texas High School Baseball presented by John Wade Roofing. The pregame show coming up right after this.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346.
And welcome back, fans. The pregame show is presented by Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services Incorporated, a family-owned business with a team of professionals who have served the Arlington area for over 50 years. Don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can help you create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business needs and budget. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com.
That's our TCC intern, Cameron Wilcox, helping with the readers and saying hello on this cloudy and beautiful night for baseball. It's always a beautiful night for baseball when we actually get to play. And as long as we don't get any lightning in the area, it is play on. Cameron, it's great to have you getting some new experiences and some new reps, but also some familiar faces as we get to see the Arlington Colts take the field here tonight.
Man, I appreciate you having me, Zach. It's been a pleasure coming with you and announcing with you, you know, Pops and Jason. It's been a real pleasure, like I said, and getting in some good reps and trying to see some good baseball tonight with the Arlington Colts and the Grand Prairie
Gophers.
That's right, Gophers.
It's the Gophers. We're at Gopher Park here tonight, up on the hilltop where we can see the original Grand Prairie High School campus. And the Gophers took Arlington to the brink on Tuesday with a final score of 6-4. So in this district, nothing is guaranteed. And I saw some balloons outside, so I think it's Grand Prairie senior night which gives them all the more motivation to play hard on this Friday night for baseball.
And that's the thing. We want to see what the Colts have, but also I want Grand Prairie to come out and play a little bit of baseball as well. I know there's a lot of implications in reference to, the seeding for these games. And, of course, as long as the Colts handle their business tonight, they'll stick to that second position in the district.
They are currently in second position overall, one game behind the South Grand Prairie Warriors. So from what Coach Womack told me, statistically, Arlington is in the postseason already, and they will be the 1 seed for the lower enrollment portion. So the 4 teams break up into a 1 and 2 seed based on their enrollment. And South Grand Prairie, will be the 1 seed for the schools with higher enrollment, and Arlington will be the 1 seed for the schools with lower enrollment. So there are still implications as far as maybe being able to defend your district title. If somebody pulls an upset of South Grand Prairie over the course of the next 3 games, you could force a tiebreaker seeding game for the district championship like we saw a year ago. So Arlington is still playing for a lot tonight, including regional bragging rights and being able to continue their success here at Gopher Park. I cannot recall the last time Coach Womack lost a ball game here. He's played neutral site games here for playoff seeding and district championships. He's played games here at Grand Prairie against the Gophers. He has done some playoff games here, like when we played Richardson here a year ago because of rain. This team has a lot of history here at this ballpark, and for the most part, it is a very successful history.
Right, they call that familiarity.
Indeed.
So, I'm looking at the roster here, or the lineup here for the Colts, and I hadn't seen Bouchel in a long time. I've been, every time I've called the games for the last couple of months, I've seen Bustamante, who's going to be playing shortstop today. So I'm really looking forward to see what Brendan has today in reference to his stuff. I mean, the first time I seen him, he pitched a masterful game.
He's definitely got a lot of stuff, which has earned him that district starter role and allows one of our better defensive infielders, A.B. Alvarado, to lock down the hot corner defensively. So as a whole, it's definitely something that Coach Womack is very comfortable with, and he's going to continue with that comfort and familiarity here in tonight's lineup. On the other side of the diamond, Giovanni Alvarado is not only pitching for the Gophers tonight, he's also batting in the cleanup spot. So he is somebody that Coach Reeves depends on both on the mound and in the lineup, and he's hoping to provide a spark for the Gophers here tonight.
Right. I actually saw them the other day, and from what I saw, Jordan King, in the number 7 slot. I seen him make a couple of plays out there, and then of course the center fielder Isaac Aguilar. He's been, he made a couple of plays the other day as well. And I towards the end of the game, after Bustamante had thrown a pretty much complete game, that's when they started to try and crack that armor in the batting lineup. So I'm excited to see how their bats come out today, if they can try and produce some runs early to make it interesting.
Well, run production is definitely something that we as a ZAP staff are hoping for, because right now he's behind the scenes manning the production side of things, but we do have another intern with us here tonight in the form of Alex Courson, and the two of you are actually going to be on the call for the weekend game tomorrow between Arlington and Mansfield. That is going to be an all-student-run broadcast, including 2 students on the broadcast call itself. So we're hoping that if Arlington can provide a comfortable margin, that will provide opportunities for you to build some chemistry tonight as well as tomorrow.
Looking forward to it, actually. When I had the opportunity to do this, I started out with the football, and then we ran into the basketball, and I was actually behind the camera pretty much for the stint of those runs. But now when we got into the baseball season and, early on you gave me that opportunity, I jumped on it, and I'm sure that Alex is going to come on and do the same thing when me and him get an opportunity to get on the microphones together.
Yeah, he's done a few games of color with me and my pops on some other games alternating. This is the first time that y'all will end up converging, so we're looking forward to that and looking forward to some Arlington High Colt baseball The dimensions here at Gopher Park, we've got 320 to left field, 380 to straightaway center. Hand me those binocs if you would, please. My eyes are not as great as they used to be.
And that's 365 in the alleys.
365 to the alleys, and I believe it's another 320 to the right-hand corner here at Gopher Park. Winds are blowing at around roughly 20 miles per hour in gusts, with temperatures hovering around 80 degrees or so. We're hoping it doesn't get much warmer, but we're also kind of hoping for not much cooler either.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out right now for a baseball game as they go into the introductions for the Colts.
Yeah, it's a good night for baseball. It's a good night for some Friday night lights that are out on the diamond instead of Friday night lights that happen over on the gridiron. So those are good things to be excited about. But you can see on your screen there the cloud cover that's over there out in left field. We're hoping to keep that at bay. As the Colt lineup gets introduced, Cameron, why don't you introduce it for the folks at home as well?
Well, they'll be up to bat first, so let's go into the batting lineup for the Arlington Colts. And leading off, Danny Bustamante playing shortstop. Gannon Howard will come after him in the second spot, playing center field. Our big hitter in the lineup, one of the hottest hitters of the season, Axel Alvarado at battery, will be batting third. Our cleanup hitter, his cousin, A.B. Alvarado in the fourth spot, playing third. And then in the fifth spot, we have Payne, Bring the Payne Carnell at right field. Corbin Keyros will be playing the DH, and he'll be DHing for our pitcher, Brendan Bouchel. In the seventh spot, we have Colin Murphy playing second base, and then Noah Suentes playing first. And cleaning up, or bringing up the ninth spot, finishing up the lineup, is Jacob Frias playing left field.
The starting lineups are coming in for the Grand Prairie Gophers as well. As soon as they have been introduced, we'll have the national anthem, and then it's baseball time in Texas. Fans, we encourage you to copy the link, hit that share button, send it to your friends and family, put it in your group chat, put it on social media. Let the folks at home know that we are moments away from first pitch here at Gopher Park. Zach Arnold and Cameron Wilcox and Alex Courson excited to have you with us tonight. We're going to send it to the PA, and we'll have anthem and then first pitch right after that.
And direct your attention to left center field as we will begin tonight, as we always do, by honoring America with our national anthem.
Land of the free because of the brave, and we've actually got one of those brave service members with us on the broadcast tonight. I always throw it in when I remember to, but Cameron, I just want to say thank you again for your service to our country.
I want to say I volunteered. It was a pleasure. So thank you for that, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it every time you say that. Thank you. it was an honor to fight for this country, and I had some really good comrades and soldiers that I worked with and mentors that helped me along the way as well. So I want to thank everybody out there that served with me, along before me, and are serving now, currently.
Sending our love to those that are currently overseas fighting the good fight. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Grand Prairie Gophers. Martinez is at first, Torres is at second, King is at third, Muñiz is at short, Dennis is in left, Aguilar is in center, Sanchez is in right. Behind the plate, J.J. Conejo, and on the mound, number 12, Gio Alvarado. Alvarado on the mound for Grand Prairie. Alvarado, a right-handed throwing pitcher, which bodes in Arlington's favor, as that is probably what they are most familiar with as far as who they face throughout the season. I'm not sure what their batting average is against lefties or against southpaws, but historically, it seems like that is something that they have had a little bit of trouble with. So we'll see just how well this lineup fares as we get ready for first pitch.
Yeah, as Coach Womack comes over here to his leadoff hitter. Yeah, they taking a good look at Alvarado, seeing kind of what he's throwing here. That's Coach Womack. It looks like he told him a little bit of a joke here. As Bustamante makes his way to the batter's box. And this first pitch, as we open this game, open up your home to the new possibilities with Modern West Windows and Doors, our first pitch presenter this season. Looks like Alvarado is getting a sign. He's in his windup.
First pitch is a called strike at 7:03 p.m., and we are underway in Grand Prairie, Texas. Golf swing, can't connect, and Gio Alvarado quickly ahead 0-2.
Looked like he threw him a little bit of a off-speed changeup, maybe outside corner. That fooled him a little bit. I guess he wasn't expecting that.
It's a drop third strike, so Bustamante's off and running. The throw down to first is in time, and it's one batter, 3 pitches, 1 out for Gio Alvarado.
Yeah, it looks like Giovanni has a little bit of a tricky kind of off-speed pitch there that Bustamante just wasn't really expecting, I guess.
Didn't quite time it up, yep. So that'll take us to the center fielder, Gannon Howard. He'll be followed by Axel Alvarado, as you mentioned, one of the hottest bats in the district. Been batting consistently over 400 all season long. Howard was originally committed to Clarendon College as he takes a look at ball 1 low and away. Decided to decommit so that he could pursue other opportunities, gaining a lot of attention as that lockdown center fielder for a couple of years here for Arlington. That is a called strike. The slider hits that corner, and it'll bring the count to 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it is 1-2.
There's that little tricky changeup.
It's been crossing up people a little bit so far tonight.
Yeah, that Alvarado has there. He hit him with a fastball, slider, and then he came back with a nice little changeup.
And another off speeder for another strikeout. An impressive start for Giovanni Alvarado.
Yeah, two batters, 2 Ks. And it looks like he's going against a lefty now. Let's see if that inside breaking ball is going to break against our third batter here.
First pitch to Axel is away on the opposite side of the plate for ball number 1. Possibly a little bit of a rotation concern there, as Giovanni did a little bit of arm motion there. Looked like maybe he wasn't comfortable with the way he threw that. And it is 2-0. A great on-base percentage for Axel as well. When he's not getting base hits, he's either collecting a hit by pitch or drawing a walk. He knows how to find his way aboard.
And that's something that the Arlington Colts usually do. They'll they'll uh, they'll manufacture some runs with 2 outs. They've done it. I've seen it done. So, and the thing is Axel has been the spark for that in a couple of different occasions.
He's got a 2-ball-and-1-strike count here in the top of the first. Donna Nipper already tuning in the Facebook chat. Thank you for joining us tonight, Donna. Not Facebook. I'm sorry, YouTube. We used to do stuff on Facebook,
Right.
and it becomes a second nature at some point sometimes. She joined us over on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Hitters count to one of the best hitters in the district, and he gets some solid contact. That'll drop in for a base hit, and it's headed to the wall. That gets past the center fielder Aguilar, and he's rounding for third. The cutoff is not going to be in time, and Axel Alvarado has a stand-up triple to deep center field.
I feel like I talked that one up there, Zach. Yeah.
You've seen enough of what that young man can do. And
Absolutely.
He put it where the defense was not. I'm not inclined to give an error to the center fielder Aguilar. It was just hit away from where Aguilar was.
Yeah, I think that, what I'm saying, he hit it in the gap, and Aguilar, on his offhand, tried to, spear it, but unfortunately he just was not long enough to get out there to get to it. And it did hit his glove, but I don't think that was an error. I think he just kind of misplayed it. He probably took a step in first, and instead of taking that good angle on it, it got past him, got to the gate. Now we see Alvarado on third base looking to score as AB comes up. Cleanup hitter here.
The cleanup hitter looking to clean up a run that's 90 feet away. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that is a called strike one. Joel Gomez has come in as Axel's courtesy runner on third base there so that Axel can go and put his catcher's gear back on. But the first run of the ball game in scoring position after the big base hit. And AB golf swings at the changeup. Gio Alvarado against AB Alvarado, and right now AB's behind in the count, 0-2.
He's looking very impressive with that changeup, with that breaking ball over there against these righties. Let's see if AB can figure it out.
Low and away, but not by much.
As Alvarado gives a little chuckle on the mound there. Thought he might have clipped that plate on the outside corner.
I think a lot of people in blue and black thought the same thing, but we'll keep the half inning alive for at least one more pitch here. The 1-2 home. That's lofted to right field. This could be trouble. On his horse and making the grab is the right fielder Sanchez for out number 3. So Arlington gets to third base on the triple by Axel, but cannot bring him home. We're headed to the bottom of the first. It's Arlington 0, and the Gophers coming up to the plate. This is high school baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing. And Alex, stand one more second here. Those are separate commercials that we do different points in time. Here we say one, and we'll say hello to Pipe and Peak.
Whenever a plumbing problem hits your home, experience matters. Pipe and Peak is a family-owned residential plumbing company with 16 years of experience that you can trust. They handle everything from yard leaks and slab leaks to tunnel work, and they're specialists in replacing old cast iron pipe. No job is too big or too small, and their pricing stays competitive. If you're seeing signs of aging pipes, now's the time to act. Send an email to Caleb Renfro to see how Pipe and Peak can help your home. When your high school field needs to look game ready, trust John Kling and the pros at Field Ops North Texas. This veteran-owned team delivers fast turnaround and long-lasting field striping for football, soccer, lacrosse, and more, using professional-grade paint and equipment. Field Ops proudly serves schools and communities across North Texas, helping student-athletes compete on fields that look as good as they play. Get a free quote today by visiting gofieldops.com/north-texas.
And welcome back to Zap Network for Grand Prairie Arlington baseball. And I want to go ahead and go into the Gophers batting lineup as we take on the first hitter here, Sal Munoz, playing shortstop. Our second hitter is Austin Dennis, playing left field. Isaac Aguilar is our third hitter in the third spot. Then our pitcher is cleanup, trying to help himself out here, Giovanni Alvarado. In the fifth spot, our second leadoff, JJ Conejo, which is our catcher. Rodrigo Martinez will follow him in the sixth spot. Then our right fielder, Jordan King, and then Diego Torres in the eighth spot. And to finalize the lineup, Amir Sanchez, our right fielder.
Sanchez made a really good defensive play to end the inning. A.B. Alvarado made some solid contact. Just went into the right fielder's glove. Defensively for Arlington at first base, it's Noah Cifuentes. At second base, it's Colin Murphy. At third base, it's A.B. Alvarado locking down the hot corner. Shortstop is Danny Bustamante. Left fielder is Jacob Frias. Center fielder is Howard. And the right fielder, Payne Kernal. Behind the plate, Axel Alvarado. And throwing his first pitch of the evening is number 22, Brendan Bushell. For ball one, just outside to Saul Muniz. Another pitch just outside the zone there.
Yeah. A little bit of a different start here on this side, right?
That one he is able to place correctly, and it'll be a called strike there. 2-1 the count.
And that's something that me and Pops noticed the other day.
Axel tried to frame that one.
Yeah, and that's what I was just
Unsuccessful.
That's what I was just about to bring up. That fastball, Alvarado, he framed that one for strike one. So now, let's see what happens.
Oh, Muniz thought he had a free pass. And it'll be a strike instead.
Well, you see how Axel framed that pitch as well. He brought that glove.
He had a little bit of help.
outside. Yeah, he moved it right on in there.
This one's in play. And Murph is not going to be able to backhand it. It'll go into shallow center. And it's a leadoff single to center field on the tapper by Saul Muniz.
Batting second, the left fielder.
That'll take us to Dennis with a man aboard. Muniz doing his job as the leadoff man.
This was the pitcher from the other day, Dennis.
They'll check on Muniz over at first base.
I was going to bring up that point as well. These pitchers for the Colts, they all have a pretty good move over the first, so Muniz better make sure he's doing his due diligence over there and paying attention.
Time was called at the plate, so this is no pitch.
Yeah, Bushell make sure he holds that lead runner. You know, a lot of times that lead runner, as they throw over, that lead runner tries to make sure he stretches it out to second base. You know, they want to make sure that they get a runner in scoring position as soon as they start the game off, instead of having to bunt over. And that's what they just did.
It's headed to first base, and the sacrifice is successful. Austin Dennis with a 1-3 sack BU.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 24, Isaac Aguilar.
Now the Gophers have someone in scoring position in the first inning. Taking a shortstop length leadoff as the curveball drops in for a called strike one to Isaac Aguilar.
He made a face like that didn't drop right into the strike zone. I'm not sure why he was a little disgusted about that. Maybe it was because it was something that he thought was coming.
And it's a called strike 2. Michelle working ahead in the count early in this.
That's kind of what I'm used to, too, with these guys. Getting ahead in the count.
Chopper to third. AB will chase the runner back. Now he's going to head to third. The throw to first is in time, and the runner will make it over to third. Muñiz with some strategic base running. AB tried to force him back. Aguilar does get retired on the 5-3. Now, Grand Prairie has a runner at third with 2 outs for their cleanup hitter.
How's that?
History repeats itself.
Yeah.
Here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, the pitcher here trying to help himself out and give himself a 1-0 lead. Let's see what Buechele has to offer here.
Up in the air on the first pitch, Noah Cifuentes calling for it and making the grab for the F3.
On the first pitch there. Sure, that's not what he was looking for.
Alvarado is retired. The Gophers leave a man stranded, and we're headed to the second inning here at Gopher Park. This is High School Baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346.
And welcome back to High School Baseball, presented by Zap Network. And our second inning sponsor is Pike and Peak Plumbing. Call Cabe Renfro if you need a cast iron replacement specialist at 817-807-7069. Serving Arlington for over 16 years.
A new partner of ours, but excited to have them along for this 2026 baseball season. And for the 6th year in a row, Arlington High is headed to the postseason. We found out from Coach Womack that statistically they are in, regardless of tonight's outcome, which is something that we're really excited about. Every year that Arlington has been covered by our group, they've been in the playoffs, aside from the one season where things got shortened due to COVID. So we're very excited to be continuing the tradition of Colt baseball postseason coverage. Arnold looks at ball number 1, chin high there. So he'll be leading things off for this second inning.
Right, it's going to be him. And then on deck we have Corbin Quiros as Payne hits one to center field. And that is an easy fly out for Aguilar, as the first out is made on a fly out to center field to Aguilar by Payne Cornell. Like I was saying,
solid contact.
Yeah, it was solid
just
contact.
Into the glove of the defense.
Right. As Corbin Quiros steps in to the batter's box for his first attempt at Alvarado, as he throws this one into the proverbial dirt,
metaphorical dirt. It's all turf here at Gopher Park.
Right. As we were in dirt the other day, it would have been a little bit of cloud of dust, but here it's just going to the backstop as he makes his second pitch. Falls behind in the line in the count against Quiros. 2-0. One out here. Quiros hits this one hard to center field as Aguilar runs back to the gate. And he does not make the catch as Quiros walks in on a stand-up double on a hard hit ball to the gap over Aguilar's opposite hand. as it bounces hard to the gate. And Kiros starts the inning off here for the Colts with a double with one out here in the top of the second.
That went all the way to that 365 sign out there in left center field. Good piece of contact there to put a man in scoring position.
That's going to be for Colin Murphy. He comes in. He is our third batter this inning. First pitch. Hit hard to second base as the play is made by Sanchez to get the second out of the inning. It was a line shot to Sanchez. One hop off this turf here. He made a good play, but Kiros was already moving with the ball being behind him and all.
Yep.
He makes it over to third. And now we have a man again in scoring position.
It's the third time this runner has made it to third base. Each one of the 3 half innings that we have had so far. It's been a while since I've seen something like that.
As our first baseman takes his first pitch, Noah Sufuentes, for ball one. Oh, strike one.
Called strike one. There's a bit of a wind-up to this umpire's called strike approach. We're going to have to keep an eye on him.
Right, they pause a little bit as this one goes in the dirt, as Kiros takes a look, but our catcher, Conejo, who was there the other night making good stops at the plate, protects the plate and gets the ball back out to Alvarado.
If that gets away from him, I think Kiros is fast enough to make it a play at the plate.
As Noah takes another pitch here and fouls it to the backstop for strike two, bringing the count to 1-2.
Things are underway between Lamar and Bowie as well. That game also live on the Zap Network. Pops and Jot on the call for that one. It's senior night for the Volunteers tonight.
Was ready for the pitch.
There it goes.
It is at the backstop. Kiros is there, and he's down. Ahead of the tag, Conejo made a great play on the ball. It caromed off of the backstop, and he was able to get there in time. Just a moment late, though, as Kiros hustled down that third base line to slide in under the tag for the first score of the game for the Arlington Colts. So he made it over to third as Noah hits one down the line, down the third base line. He threw the bat out there. He's circling. Oh, he stand-up double as well as the ball looks like it went under the fence. Looks like he was going to run it out anyway as he rounded first.
Oh, yeah, he was running the whole way.
Right.
Great piece of hitting that goes over the third base bag and goes all the way to the left field fence. 320 down that line, and it went the full 320. So even if there wasn't that wild pitch, Kiros still would have come in to score.
Right, as Jacob Freehost comes in to go ahead and see if he can try and get another run in for the Colts here, as they've already manufactured one. Let's see if they can get another one here. As he takes the first pitch for ball one. Low. Yeah, Noah hit that one on the fat part of the bat, and he went ahead and pulled that one super hard down the third base line. He threw the head of the bat out there and had some quick hands on it, and it shot out of that bat and went down the third base line. Now he's over there sitting at second base, seeing if Jacob can bring him around for the second score of the inning. Here's the pitch, and it hits him as he takes his base. It was a 2-0 count in the first place, but he was probably going to take that, but he ended up getting hit in the hip there. And now we have Conejo walking out and having a conversation with his pitcher here.
Just giving him a chance to
compose himself. We have a man on first and second.
The umpire may have just pointed to both of the dugouts. I wonder if they've been warned against any retaliation. There's some unspoken gamesmanship that takes place outside of the actual game of baseball.
Right.
Where if you get ticked off at somebody, then by pitch is usually a way of trying to send a message. And it's still very early in this ballgame. I don't think there's a message to send. Really.
I mean, he said something about it as we go back to the top of the lineup here. It's Danny Bustamante takes his second crack at Alvarado. Fortunately, he struck out in his first attempt on a couple of different breaking balls on 3 pitches, actually, as he's looking to redeem himself with a man in scoring position. This curveball has popped up towards us. I think I got it. Up a little far.
Headed to the berm here behind us. Yeah, we're not in the press box tonight. We're not on top of the press box tonight. We're using our camera and a transmitter to send a signal from a better vantage point, and then we're a little further down the line, just outside of your point of view on the sat view that you see here tonight.
Stanley takes a big cut here at another breaking ball.
Continues to go underneath the swing of these Colt
Exactly.
batters. It's happened a lot tonight already.
He's looking like he's having a little bit of an issue with it. He takes a deep breath here, steps back in the batter's box. Noah has a pretty big lead at second. No one's protecting. And Danny holds on a high fastball to the outside.
Yeah, I think this is based on scouting that has been done on Bustamante. He tends to pull it to the left-hand side of the field, so Muñiz is trying to cover some of that exposed area out there in shallow left / deep shortstop to try to prevent another run from getting through.
Especially since he had Noah already pull one. Escamillo protects the plate again on a bounced fastball with his chest protector, preventing the runners from moving forward, bringing the count to full. 3-2 here. 2 outs for Danny Bustamante.
Runners will be going
as he takes time.
When you have runners aboard in this position, and a chance for a walk if it's ball 4, there's no reason to hold up. If it's strike 3, you just keep running back to the dugout. If it's a piece of contact, you have a chance to score a run. So a lot of activity will be happening here on this pitch.
Especially when you have a hitter like Gannon Howard in the batter's box. He's ready to hit.
Busta comes all the way back from down 1 and 2 to draw the walk and load bases for Gannon the Cannon. He had a big base hit that you heard in the hype video at the pregame here, folks. It was at Gopher Park where Arlington played South Grand Prairie on a neutral site for a seeding / district championship game a year ago. And it was Gannon Howard that scored Axel Alvarado from scoring position to put the Colts ahead in the 7th inning and put them in position to win their 2nd district title in 3 years. Colts will need a little bit of help if they're going to defend that title, as they find themselves a game back of South Grand Prairie this season. But the Bowie Volunteers have potential to pull upsets, as they showed against this Arlington team a few weeks ago. And they have South Grand Prairie on the docket after their game tonight against the Lamar Vikings. So they have the chance to potentially play spoiler and see if Arlington can force another one of those play-in seeding games.
As we see here, you know, Coach Reeves had stepped out. He wanted to have a talk with his starting pitcher. I mean, Conejo had a talk with him. Now the bases are loaded. Coach Reeves has made his way out to the mound, and now bases loaded for Gannon the Cannon.
It's a nickname I came up with. I don't think it's his actual nickname.
I know. It's not a problem. I call pain, bring the pain.
Bring in the pain.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think they'll mind. I'm sure they'll tell us if they do.
It's always in love.
All right. Second pitch of the at bat for Howard, and it's a call strike, bringing the batter's count to 1-1. Like I said, they tend to do some special things with 2 outs. Now they have bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning, where Alvarado throws a breaking ball that everybody kind of gasped at, but it was still called a ball, bringing the count to 2-1. Looks focused. In the dirt. Breaking ball in the dirt, bringing the count to 3-1.
Hitter's count with nowhere to put him.
It is a hitter's count, 3-1. 2 down here for Gannon Howard. Anything Anything hit hard somewhere is going to be a problem, I'm sure. And I think he's got to bring it into him. So here's the pitch.
Oh, yeah.
And Gannon was looking for it.
Just got a little bit too much underneath it. He had the timing right. Usually when a ball goes straight back behind you like that, it's because you were able to get the timing of it right, but you didn't put the right part of the bat on it.
Right, it was a leveling issue as he fouls this one over the backstop, bringing the count to full. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Gannon hits this one hard, foul down the left field line. He hit it hard though.
And that was good hustle by the base runner. Cifuentes was 2/3 of the way home.
Right.
And Frias was on his way from second to third. That's exactly what you do with bases loaded, full count, 2 outs. Like I said earlier, there's nowhere to put them, so if it's a walk, you just finish the trot. If it's a piece of contact, you can score multiple runs because you're often running like that.
Right, they call that a hit and run. That's all it is. It's a self-made hit and run. Here they go. He hits this one hard to center field. Aguilar takes one step, and the ball goes right into his glove for out number 3 of the inning, bringing the top of the second inning to a close. Bases were loaded for Gannon. Unfortunately, he hits it to a F9, and that concludes the top of the second. And this is high school baseball here on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Modern West Windows and Doors is a partner of the Zap Network. They're also partnered with trusted industry leaders like Lowen, Weather Shield, and Simpas to guarantee quality product and installation. Whether you're searching for new concepts for your entryway, living room, dining room, bedroom, or even a workshop, Modern West has the solutions you're looking for. Visit the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth or visit modernwestwindows.com.
Taqueria Taco Express is the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. With locations in Arlington, Grand Prairie, Waxahachie, and a new location opening in Mansfield, solving your Mexican food craving has never been easier. Visit them on Taco Tuesdays for their special 5 tacos and a large agua fresca for just $10. Find out more by visiting taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Welcome back to Gopher Park, home of Grand Prairie High School. Alongside Cam Wilcox, I'm Zach Arnold, bringing you this district action. Hopefully in the not-too-distant future, we'll have Alex Courson join Cameron on the broadcast so that they can get some reps in preparation for tomorrow's broadcast between Arlington and Mansfield. The two of them will have the entire ball game to themselves. So we'll have John Ethan as our producer. We'll have Chaz as one of our camera people. We'll have a full production for this non-district game tomorrow, as all of our various interns here at the Zap Network have an opportunity to showcase their stuff.
As we go into our bottom of the second here, leading off is J.J. Conejo, the catcher, followed by Rodrigo Martinez, and in the hole, Jordan King. As this one is hit up the middle on the first pitch of the at-bat by Conejo, who hits a CNI single up the middle.
Yeah, he just saw something that he liked and sent it right past Brendan Bouchel. He tried to use his reflexes to go after it and just could not quite reel it in. It went between the two middle infielders. Just a solid leadoff single to center.
As he gets a pinch runner, number 1, Josiah Banda. Josiah Banda.
Josias Banda.
That's it. I apologize if I said that a little bit incorrect. I'm doing my best here. I apologize. As the first pitch is made to our second batter of the inning, of the bottom of the second, Rodrigo Martinez, for a strike from Bouchel. He takes a little look over at first as our pinch runner, Banda, takes a small lead. Bouchel delivers. Curveball outside that Alvarado Scoots outside for it, takes a look down at first, and he looks like he wants to throw down there. He'll do that every now and then,
He
too.
does.
Yeah, he will.
He's got a good pop throw.
Exactly. Gets the sign. Ball is hit down the first, between the second and first baseman for in the gap. As the throw is made, Bonda takes off and actually makes it down to third. A little bit of base running there on a hit and run. Martinez hits behind the hitter, and our right fielder over there,
No.
yeah, Payne, he came up throwing. Unfortunately, it was cut off as King steps in for his first at bat. Man in scoring position. Men at the corners.
Runners at the corners with
Right.
nobody out. This is
Bouchel.
the most that Grand Prairie has threatened so far in this young ball game.
Breaking ball call strike.
We can say what type of pitch it is, but we have to wait to verify whether it's a
strike,
whether it's a strike or not.
Yeah, we have to wait a little bit. Bouchel gets his sign. Here's the delivery. Straight down the Pikes Peak. Strike two.
This would be a big momentum shift for Bouchel if he can come back and get the strikeout here.
If he can get the strikeout here, you're right. Up himself out as he throws to third. AB jumps over Bonda to save that ball from going to the fence. As Bouchel tries to hold on to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. King at bat. Righty against righty. As he takes a curveball for the K of his first K of the inning or of the contest.
That's a big confidence booster because now the double play is in effect with that runner at first. If you're able to turn both of them, it eliminates the runner at third.
Right.
So corners with no outs is very different from corners with one out.
That was a big time strikeout there in that moment. As he checks first, checks third, it's a sign. It's hard to our next batter, Diego Torres, our number 8 hitter.
Looked like a fastball inside. Had to suck in what little bit of a gut he's got in order to avoid getting clipped there.
He's a fit kind of guy there. Yeah. Second baseman for the Gophers. Trying to deliver here at this at bat as he takes strike one, bringing the count to 1-1.
Got snake eyes up there.
Snake eyes. 1-1-1. A lot of ones out there. Shell takes a look over at first. Sets himself. Swings hard. Alvarado throws. Oh. He actually tried to throw it to second, and it was a fake. As Martinez went back to first, Alvarado made the throw, and the home Bustamante cut it off and made a throw home. Unfortunately, the ball hit the dirt.
No, hold on. They're saying there's a runner that's out. Runner has to go back, and there's 2 outs. The batter is out on interference.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a dead ball. Torres is out on interference, and we have 2 away after moments after we thought that the tying run was coming in.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate course of events for the Gophers there, as they thought that they were bringing in the tying run. As we move on,
Torres
after the interference to Amir Sanchez to bring up the 9th hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, Torres obstructed Axel's ability to make a clean throw down to second base. And instead, it's a dead ball that'll put the runners back where they were.
As our number 9 hitter, Amir Sanchez, falls behind in the lineup. In the batter's count. 1-0 on a fastball, fouled over the embankment here. The backstop. It's a check swing as Bustamante calls everyone off for the final out of the inning here. That'll bring a scare to the Colts to an end here in the bottom of the second. And that is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Field Ops North Texas is the trusted name in athletic field marketing for schools, teams, leagues, and tournaments. They even do commercial landscaping. The better question is, what can't they do? With fast turnaround times and proven expertise, they make sure your grounds look unbeatable every time. Call 817-908-2194 to find out more.
And welcome back to high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing. The beginning of the third inning is presented by Field Ops. They do more than just field markings. They also do commercial landscaping. Find out all John Kling can do by calling 817-908-2194. And now we have the Arlington Colts coming back up to bat here in the top of the third. And they're going to lead off with Axel Alvarado, who has already been on base and scored once. He already had a...
Axel had arguably the biggest hit of the night so far, just wasn't able to send Gomez home from it. But now you know that the outfield is going to be playing a lot deeper during this at-bat.
Exactly. As he leads it off for the Colts, followed by his cousin A.B. Alvarado. This one is popped up. Looks like it's in play. The third baseman, King, is under it and makes the put out for the first out of the inning. As A.B. Alvarado comes up, and in the on-deck circle, we have Payne Kernal.
Third baseman, Abraham Alvarado.
It's the heart of the Colt lineup, hoping to get another run across here in this third inning.
As A.B. has already had a chance to take a look at Alvarado. Alvarado against Alvarado here. As he swings through a hard, big cut, swings through another breaking ball. Alvarado seems to have found a little bit of fortune with that pitch as he throws the second pitch high for ball one. As we go to Snake Eyes again.
Something
1-1 and 1.
I can't take credit for that one. That one is all John Ethan.
Yeah. This one is hit hard to left field to Dennis, who settles under it and makes the put out for F7 for the second out of the inning.
Right fielder, Payne Kernal.
So that brings up our right fielder, Payne Kernal, for his second attempt. He flied out to center his first attempt. He did hit it hard, but Aguilar made a little bit of a move there and was able to bring it in. As Payne hits one, turns on this one on the first pitch and grounds it towards Coach Womack. It's a hard hit ground ball to down the third base line, foul, as they call that strike one. Here's the pitch. Again, he takes another big cut at this breaking ball. This time he tips the bat. It hits the tip of the bat and skirts over here towards our on-deck circle where Quiros was there awaiting the foul ball. Bringing the count to a pitcher's count, 0-2, 2 down here. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Whew. He tried to get him to chase, and
Payne,
he made a face.
He shook his head a
like,
little bit.
are you really, is that what we're doing?
I think he thought about it.
Right. And here is another pitch in the dirt.
That's a slider that he's letting go of too late.
Mm-hmm.
His release point is way too far in the motion, in the rotation there.
Well, he's trying to mix it up, of course. He's trying to mix it up, and unfortunately, he's not finding a spot on that pitch as he throws it in the dirt again, bringing the count to 3-2.
All the way back from 0-2. What a quality at bat for Kernal.
Right, he watched that first pitch go outside that he shook off, and then he had two of them go in the dirt. Let's see what Alvarado has for him in store as the count is full here with 2 outs. Nobody on. As he fouls this one towards Coach Womack again. As King goes ahead and cleans that foul ball up and throws it back to Alvarado here. Looks like he's taking his time. Coming out of the windup here. Delivers. Kernal hits it right to the shortstop. Looks like a routine ground ball. And that is a 6-3 put out for the final out of the inning, bringing us to the middle of the third. And that is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Are you a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage? Or perhaps you're navigating the complexities of Medicare? Look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent insurance agency with over 50 years of experience with tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need home and auto, business insurance, or individual or group medical, Chapman Cornelius has knowledgeable agents who will help you select just what you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott at 817-265-3346.
Looking for a plumber you can rely on? Pipe & Peak handles all your residential plumbing needs. From tunneling and slab leaks to camera inspection and sewer repair, and even cast iron replacement. They offer competitive pricing and now offer financing to make repairs easier to manage. Family owned and trusted for over 16 years, they treat every home like their own. Call 817-807-7069 to get your free quote and get your plumbing handled right.
About it.
You sure?
Welcome back to the high school baseball game on the Zap Network. Bottom of the third, getting ready to get underway. Brendan Bouchel coming out. He's got 1 run of run support and trying to hold on to that for this half inning at least and see if he can bring Arlington back to the plate with a couple more runs of production in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do here. They're going to the leadoff. And we're back to the top of the lineup here for the Gophers, going into our first hitter, Saul Muniz, who actually made it to third base on a CNI single on first pitch. So let's see if Bouchel can wrangle this guy in and have a pretty productive inning from the mound.
Arlington unfortunately went 1-2-3 in their last half inning, hoping for a similar defensive performance here.
As the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And that's the thing. That's how he started against him at that first at-bat. He made it all the way to a full count, and Munoz thought he had gotten walked. But then when he came back, he ended up hitting one right up the middle there on a full count, as he takes another pitch here in the at-bat for strike 1, bringing the count to 1-1, as Bouchel throws another pitch, bringing it to 2-1.
Low and away.
Bringing the count to 3-1.
Bouchel having a little trouble with his placement during this at-bat, trying to paint the corners and not clipping them.
And that's the thing. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but this is kind of the same scenario that he was in before, as he throws one down the middle that Munoz falls off towards us here, bringing the count full. He hits this one hard to left field. It's going to make it all the way to the gate, as our left fielder over there makes the play, and Munoz runs in with a stand-up double off of a hard hit ball down our left field line, where Frias actually throws it in and prevents him from running over to third. He played that really good off the fence there, Zach.
He played the carom pretty well, but Munoz is just too fast. When you're a shortstop leading off, you've just got the kind of wheels that are necessary to be that top of the lineup, and he has a single and a double against Buechele, a 2-for-2 evening starting out.
And that's the thing. Both of the times he's taken it to a full count, waited on his pitch, and put it right out into, you know, playable. As the play was on, where they were kind of faking like they were going for the bunt, as Murphy runs over behind Munoz, and the play is thrown by Buechele. It actually caroms off into right field, but Munoz didn't see it, so he did not advance on the missed ball by Murphy. Here's the pitch. High for ball one.
Yeah, it's a defensive shift that Arlington practices on a regular basis. Third baseman comes up the line anticipating the bunt. Shortstop slides over to cover third base. Second baseman tries to sneak in behind, thinking that the runner might build too strong of a leadoff.
As they try and catch him again with Bustamante covering this time.
Yeah, he got a little too far off of the bag there.
Well, Munoz has taken a pretty big lead, and I feel like
he's got some happy feet too. He's dancing out there.
He already has a stolen base in this. He's a leadoff hitter, so he's pretty quick out there on the base paths. So I know he's trying to figure out a way to get in the mind of Buechele, as Buechele comes to the plate this time to Dennis for a strike on a breaking ball, bringing the count to 1-1.
Yeah, Dennis laid down a really good bunt during his last plate appearance.
Right, a nice sack bunt for him. Here's the pitch. He goes to bunt, he fouls it back to the backstop this time.
And he's frustrated with himself because he knows that you really shouldn't bunt with 2 strikes, and so he's going to have to go back into the batter's box and defend the plate.
And we know Buechele has a lot of pitches that he can decide from now, having a 1-2 count against the number 2 hitter here in the bottom of the third. Man on second, leadoff runner. Munoz takes a pretty big lead as Buechele takes a look, takes another look, takes another look.
And time eventually gets called at the plate.
Exactly.
But you can tell that Munoz is in Bustamante's head. I mean, not Bustamante, Buechele.
Exactly.
Both of our starting pitchers start with B.
Here's the pitch. As Buechele throws a breaking ball to the outside, beautiful breaking ball to help himself out, and sits Dennis down for his second K of the event, of the contest. As we bring up Isaac Aguilar, who's made a couple of plays out in the field, he actually
Time will get called here as Coach Christian Alvarez comes out to have a conversation with his starting pitcher. The entire infield coming in for a meeting in the proverbial ring of fire. One on and one out here. Fans, join the chat on YouTube. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're back at home in Ag Town or if you're tuning in from out of town. I know we've had Sam Soto tuning in every now and then when he is having treatment out at the hospital. I know that Donna Nipper's tuning in from Mississippi. I think the Monreal family tunes in from Corpus Christi sometimes, so let us know where you're tuning in from tonight. We'll try to give you a shout out on the broadcast. Bottom of the third inning and scoreless over at the ballpark at Bowie between the Volunteers and the Lamar Vikings. One swing of the bat from Colton Quesada was a 2-run home run, and that was all the margin that Lamar needed to win against Bowie on Tuesday by a final score of 2-0. So runs may be at a premium with Roman Ortega on the mound for Bowie tonight.
Yeah, what do you think was going on there with Coach Christian?
I hesitate to speculate.
They may be setting something up. Here's Bouchel's pitch. It's hit to left field as Frias gets under it. Warning track. It's a tag. Here's the throw, and it is not going to get Munoz as he strolls into third base as Abe puts the tag on, bringing that runner into scoring position again against Bouchel. That was a good play out there by Frias to get the ball in. Unfortunately, it was a high hit. It was a high, deep hit fly ball, so we'll call that a sac fly as it pushes the runner over to third base by Aguilar. And here we have our pitcher, Alvarado.
And it was
Taking,
Axel
I know,
Alvarado.
that's what I was trying, yeah.
Axel Alvarado
Jumping out of
behind the
his
plate.
stance, yeah.
That dig saves a run, I guarantee it.
And here's the second pitch of the at-bat for Alvarado as Bouchel steps off for a second. Wiping a little sweat off here. Gets the sign. Calms himself from the stretch. It's hit to Abe Alvarado. At third, he makes a play over to Noah Cifuentes, who makes the final out for a routine ground ball over at third, bringing the inning to an end.
It's not as routine as it looks. You have to make sure that it's on target. And you're throwing from all the way across the diamond. But Arlington preserves the lead as we get ready to head to the fourth inning. Arlington clinging to that one-run advantage. Coming up, it's going to be Cam on the play-by-play and Alex getting some reps for color commentary here on the Zap Network when we come back.
Modern West Windows and Doors invites you to see the difference. Whether you need sliding doors, bay windows, or just need a more modern look, Modern West has options to fit both your style and budget. Stop by the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth to see for yourself, or call 682-255-6094 for more information.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
And welcome back to the fourth inning stretch presented by Trinity Logistics Services. Don't let hauling be a hassle. Trinity has dumpsters that fill any size project, and they drop off and pick up so you can focus on cleaning up a win for your home or business. Call Chet Soto at 817-693-1302 for more information. And like I said before, welcome back, and welcome to the broadcast, Alex.
Thanks for having me back. It's been another week without my presence, and so I'm glad to be back out here on the baseball field.
And that's the thing. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the top of the fourth here, and leading off, we have Corbin Quiros for the Colts. In the batters on deck circle, we have Colin Murphy, and in the hole, we have Noah Cifuentes as Alvarado comes out for another inning of work.
And I think that's really who you want in the hole, honestly. Cifuentes hitting pretty strong in that first two innings. And last week, we did see him coming back into the lineup later in the game and actually hitting a home run to put into against Lamar.
As Quiros hits one to the shortstop, and he tries to outrun it. Unfortunately, our shortstop, Munoz, makes the play for the first out of the inning, as that brings up our second baseman, Colin Murphy.
Not quite fast enough there, but that's okay. They'll make up for it in this next at-bat.
Yeah, Alvarado, he had brought the count to 1-1 as he makes a pitch here. Fastball down the middle. Call strike. Yeah, he's been pitching pretty good today. His last inning was a 1-2-3 inning as he throws another breaking ball here. He's pretty much had that working.
Yeah, and those right-hand pitchers have not been able to find exactly where to put that positioning against that breaking ball right on the inside. It's so low, it's hard to swing into at the right angle, and so those right-handed pitchers or right-handed hitters are going to have to find that.
Right, as Alvarado throws another ball in, bringing the count to 1-2. Murphy hits one down to King at third base, and he misplays it. As the ball goes into the outfield, and Murphy is on base for the first runner of the fourth inning, as King is going to be charged, I think, with an error. Yeah, bringing that in E5.
Yeah, just a bit of an issue with the bad bounce off of the turf here out on Grand Prairie's field.
Well, it looks like he didn't maybe he just didn't look it in. And he was already anticipating the throw to first. As that brings up the person you were talking about, Noah Cifuentes, as Alvarado checks runner over at first. Murphy dives back safely. One out here.
Cifuentes has been finding his tempo a lot stronger and his positioning on the batting in the last 2 weeks or so. So I think he will put in some good work here if he can find that again on this at-bat.
As he takes for ball 2. I mean, ball 1. I apologize. You know, he threw over to first. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of it.
Yeah, as Murphy takes a nice lead. Alvarado throws over. As Murphy slides in.
Just a bit of a courtesy check.
Yeah, like
nothing lost.
Yeah, Murphy had to get back there pretty quickly. Alvarado has a pretty good move over to first as he gets his sign.
Cifuentes is pretty patient at the at-bat, so I'll probably draw out a few more balls from this pitcher, and then we'll see if he can find that pitch that he likes to get something out into the field.
Right, as he takes the next pitch for a strike, bringing the count to Snake Eyes, 1-1-1. As he's trying to add to that Colts lead, 1-0 here. As the throw is over again, Blue calls it safe. Murphy slides in again. We would say he was getting dirty over there if we were on
Colt Field.
Yeah. If we were on a dirt field, absolutely. Colt Field is still a dirt field. Here's the pitch. Popped up high. Called by Munoz at second base. He makes the play for the second out of the inning. Looks like he got under that one a little bit.
Not the positioning he was quite looking for there, but was very strong swing. We'll see if he can find that positioning a little bit stronger going forward as he did earlier for that line drive and make it up in the future.
Right, as we, see if Frias, our next batter, our number 9 batter, can take advantage of the error at third base. As Murphy steals, and he slows down, he head first dive into an out on a good throw by Conejo to bring the inning to an end. Bring the top of the fourth to an end. And this is the middle of the fourth, which is the fourth inning stretch. As we see how these final innings unfold, Modern West invites you to see the difference new windows can make in your home. Visit modernwestwindows.com to learn more about the sponsors of the ZAP fourth inning stretch. Back after this.
When your high school field needs to look game ready, trust John Kling and the pros at Field Ops North Texas. This veteran-owned team delivers fast turnaround and long-lasting field striping for football, soccer, lacrosse, and more, using professional-grade paint and equipment. Field Ops proudly serves schools and communities across North Texas, helping student-athletes compete on fields that look as good as they play. Get a free quote today by visiting gofieldops.com/north-texas.
Navigating Medicare options isn't easy. Hi, I'm Patsy Arnold, and when the time came to navigate my options, I went to Chapman Cornelius. They helped me find the best plan for my needs, quoted me life insurance options, and guided me in making my decisions every step of the way. They want to do the same for you, so give them a call at 817-265-3346 or visit chapman-cornelius.com.
And welcome back here to the middle of the fourth inning as Bouchel comes back out for his next inning of work, and we are going to go to our leadoff hitter for the Gophers, J.J. Conejo. In the on deck circle, Rodrigo Martinez, and in the hole, Jordan King.
How have you been liking Caneo's hitting tonight?
Well, he's actually done a pretty good job here. He had that triple or that double a second ago, and now he's going into his second at bat. Let's see what he has to offer here as Bouchel gives him a first pitch, and that goes to the gap as our center fielder, Gannon Howard, makes the routine fly ball catch, bringing that put out to the first out of our inning here. And that, that's what I think Bouchel is looking for. A couple of ground balls, a couple of fly balls, maybe a K here and there. Go ahead and get into a good rhythm. Let his defense make some plays behind us.
Yes, and Arlington really does have that strong outfield defense that can bring back in those outs, even off of the hits, even off of the contacts. So Bouchel can rely on that a little bit more strongly, and I think I could say Howard did like Caneo's hitting there.
I guess he did. Here's Bouchel going on against Rodrigo Martinez, your first baseman. In his last at bat, he did have a single. He's looking to repeat that here as he goes up in the count 2-0. As he takes another fastball for ball 3, bringing the count to 3-0 as Bouchel readjusts himself and looks like he's going to be delivering here. He's got the signal. He's in the windup, and here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. 4 pitches, 4 balls, putting Martinez on base for the first base runner of the Gophers this inning on a base on balls.
Goes ahead and walks him into that first base position. Not too problematic quite yet, but we'll see if that becomes an issue going into our next hitter.
Right, as Jordan King steps into the batter's box. As this ball is thrown to the outside for King, ball 1. As our first baseman over there, Rodrigo Martinez, takes his lead off. Bouchel checks. Throws low to the outside for ball 2.
He has been throwing a little bit low tonight. We'll see if he can find that strike zone a little bit better, or if he's even trying to. He might just continue to try to pitch to that contact and just make sure that his outfield takes care of the rest.
Well, right now he's throwing it a little bit low. He's thrown 7
balls in a row.
Exactly,
yeah, you were correct.
As Coach Womack is taking a time here and going to check on his pitcher.
We'll see if maybe his arm's getting a little bit tired and Coach might want to keep him in or take him out. We'll just have to see coming out of the timeout here.
It looks like he's just going to have a conversation with him. I don't see the ball anywhere. It just looks like he threw a couple of pitches in a row. He hasn't found the zone, in about 7 pitches. And
some words of advice, possibly. Right. Just something to get him back into that strike zone.
He looks like he said something to AB. So that might be, a contingency plan if things
go out of sorts.
Right, if they don't pan out the way that they want them to. Right now they're holding on to a 1-0 lead. So if Bouchel can't hold on to this hitter, the number 7 hitter, as he throws it in there for a strike to King.
For that first strike
he just needed a second to calm himself down. Takes a look over it first. Throws over as Fuentes jumps up and takes that ball from going into the outfield.
And Cifuentes always puts in some very good work out on first base.
He does.
I saw him in my first game calling for Arlington High School, and he was doing a very good job back then, too.
As Jordan King hits the ball to Murphy. He gets the lead runner, and unfortunately, they try and turn over the double play. Bustamante turns it over, and unfortunately, King hustled down that first base line to beat out the throw.
Not quite getting the double play, but
breaking up that double play.
Still very strong defense there out on the base.
Yeah, Jordan got up that line pretty quickly. to outrun that throw by Bustamante, bringing up our third batter of the evening, or the inning, Diego Torres, our number 8 hitter, as he interfered in his last at-bat, causing an out. He did take it to a full count, and let's see what he has to offer here as King takes a small lead past the dirt. Here's the throw over. He's back safely as he head first dives into first. Sufuentes applies the tag. Blue just gives him a safe, and we're on to the next pitch as Buechele delivers a breaking ball down the middle for strike one, bringing the count to 1-1. 2 outs here.
Looking to see if he finally and hopefully finds that strike zone and keeps it there for the top of the inning. And hopefully we can see this batter not mess up that positioning again. I think that was just a little bit of a mistake in where he was standing as he started to run.
And here's the pitch. Curveball. Ball 2. As Buechele had checked on King as he took one step off the bag. He threw over to first as King takes another small lead. Buechele looks like he's concentrated on the batter, but he ends up throwing over to first again just to check on King. He doesn't want to give up that stolen base and prevent that fielder's choice at second.
Not at all.
As Torres steps in for the next play. Here's the pitch. Here's the throw. It's a high throw.
Oh.
As Howard Gannon is backing up over there. And Axel made a hard throw, but it was very high. And Bustamante could not jump and get it. So King ends up stealing second base.
And they do
breaking up that fielder's choice.
They hold him at second, but honestly, it looked like he could have kept on running with the error that happened there.
Well, Gannon was right there. I think, you know, he's got a big arm at center field. If King wanted to decide to pop up and take off, I think that might have been a mistake on the base pass at that juncture. Here's the pitch, and the ball is hit into shallow right field down the line. And it's going to bring King around to score the first run for the Gophers, tying the ball game up as Torres hits a single over Sufuentes' head and in front of our right fielder, Payne Kernal, for a base hit and an RBI.
And Payne was finding those last Friday, so that is an unfortunate little spot. Honestly, it's probably more just flowers to the batter for finding that little spot to smack it out into.
Right.
Dropped it down.
As Buechele has given up a run here as he goes into his number 9 hitter, Amir Sanchez, bringing the count to 1-1. He's already trying to make quick work here. I'm sure he's not happy about what just transpired, so he's trying to get out of this inning, I'm sure. Here's the pitch. Inside.
Dodges out of the way on the plate.
Yeah, it looks like it was an inside curveball working inside out. Unfortunately, it didn't break to the liking of the umpire, calling it ball 2, bringing the count to 2-1. 2 outs here. Buechele pitches.
Another ball just falling a little bit too low.
Here comes Coach Womack. Looks like it's gonna be maybe the end of the night for Buechele, as it looks as though we're gonna have a pitching change. He's got the ball out, and he is giving him the bench. And here we have new pitcher coming down the pipe, presented by our friends at Pipe and Peak Plumbing. When we come back.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romney Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0319 or email orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
And welcome back to high school baseball on ZAB Network. Pitching changes presented by Pike and Peak, serving the Arlington area for over a decade. Arrange a free quote by calling 817-807-7069. And as you heard, we do have a pitching change here. Coach Womack came out, and Bouchel didn't make it past the fourth inning here, as we bring in our third baseman, A.B. Alvarado, as your new pitcher. And then we bring in to third base, number 12, Adam Tayara.
And AB has been doing a pretty good job on the mound as of late. I remember last Friday as he came in at the end of the game, he was pitching some pretty shutout innings and was contributing to the run rule that they ended up getting by the end of that game.
Yeah, that's what, AB, I've seen AB come in and save a couple of games. I mean, right now we would call this mid relief.
Yes.
And let's see what he can do. He's a big, strong thrower out there, and he's got a couple of different pitches going up against a lefty here at 3-1. So he's in a little bit of a hole as he makes his first pitch. Call strike, bringing the count to full. As we have another batter kind of tosses bat as the umpire kind of makes late calls here on strikes, bringing the count full. 2 outs as this pitch is in for a ball to Amir Sanchez as he takes base on balls. That actually looked kind of close to where it was prior. So
yeah, the umpire has been a little bit slower on the calling tonight, and has been
it's
looking
a little confusing,
inconsistent from our angle possibly. But what umpire says, umpire gets at this level of play. So
especially with the angle we're at, we're seeing it a little bit different as Abe delivers to the leadoff hitter here, Saul Munoz. Ball 1. Gets the sign coming out of the stretch. Takes a check on second. Here's the pitch. Looks like a nice little breaking ball that dropped right into the zone for strike 1, bringing the count to 1-1.
And AB has been looking pretty consistent in his spacing on the pitches so far and the positioning. He's trying to put him, so we'll see a little bit more of that.
As this pitch is thrown higher in the zone for Munoz, and he fouls it over the backstop. Looks like he has a little bit of timing down on AB. But let's see how AB handles this situation, sitting at 1-2. We've been saying a batter's count. This one's a pitcher's count. As AB throws over to second, Bustamante puts the tag. Munoz slides in safely. Just a check.
We'll see if they can get that forced out, possibly at first base, to keep this from being another issue of, possibly Grand Prairie getting ahead in the scoring game.
Right.
So that's the last thing they want.
As Alvarado throws another ball inside the strike zone to Maniz. This is running wild. I like that. I don't know why. It makes me chuckle every time somebody says it. Here's a pitch. Low breaking ball, bringing the count to full. Looks like AB was trying to get him to chase one there. As our leadoff hitter brings the count to a full count. Battle back from 1-2 to bring it full. Man on first and second. 2 down here. Bottom of the fourth. Xavier steps off. He doesn't make any types of moves, so that's not a balk. If he would have went over that way, then he would have had to throw it. Unfortunately, Noah's not even on the bag. He's not holding the runner. Nobody's holding. Alvarado gets the sign. Delivers to the plate. Ball 4. Now the bases are loaded here in a tie game, bringing up your left fielder, number 2 hitter, Austin Dennis. Number 0, right-hand hitter.
We have played these games before. We have seen this
Mhm.
in the past, and I believe it was on Arlington's side last time we saw it with the bases loaded, and they actually got them out. They forced that out before they could get that scoring in.
Right, we've seen this a couple times where they've had hitters in scoring position as Abe throws a nice breaking ball for strike 1. This is a big moment for the Colts here. Out of the windup, he throws another breaking ball to Dennis, as Dennis looks over like, what's going on here? As now the count is 0-2. Bases loaded.
Maybe he wants to get him out of this.
As he does, with a fastball on the outside corner to Dennis.
That is gay to end off the top.
That was a nice little piece of pitching there to end the inning. Bringing the 4th inning to a close. This is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Modern West Windows and Doors is a partner of the Zap Network. They're also partnered with trusted industry leaders like Lowen, Weather Shield, and Simpas to guarantee quality product and installation. Whether you're searching for new concepts for your entryway, living room, dining room, bedroom, or even a workshop, Modern West has the solutions you're looking for. Visit the showroom at 1211 6th Avenue in Fort Worth or visit modernwestwindows.com. Whenever a plumbing problem hits your home, experience matters. Pipe and Peak is a family-owned residential plumbing company with 16 years of experience that you can trust. They handle everything from yard leaks and slab leaks to tunnel work, and they're specialists in replacing old cast iron pipe. No job is too big or too small, and their pricing stays competitive. If you're seeing signs of aging pipes, now's the time to act. Send an email to Caleb Renfro to see how Pipe and Peak can help your home.
And welcome back to the 5th inning here at Grand Prairie High School. Baseball on Zap Network. We have Jacob Frias leading off here in the top of the 5th, followed by our leadoff hitter, Danny Bustamante. And in the hole, Gannon Howard, as they look to try and spark another run here. You hear me, Alex?
Yes, I can. And honestly, this is their opportunity to get that lead back. They were in a little bit of a hole defensively at the end of that last inning, but they managed to dig their way out with AB pitching that nice, strong backwards K at the end.
And that's the thing. We have a tie game here, and that's something that the Colts, I'm sure, are ready to get rid of, as Alvarado is out for his 5th inning of pitching and trying to keep this game tied, as he's already thrown 2 balls here. 1 ball, 1 strike to our 9th hitter, Jacob Frias. He's going pretty quickly into his windup. This is a ball low in the zone for ball 2, bringing the count to 2-1.
And as this left-sided hitter, our pitcher up on the mound is going to have a little bit more trouble finding that very difficult breaking ball that he's been pitching.
Right, and that's the thing. He didn't throw a breaking ball in that time. He threw a nice low, hard fastball to Jacob Frias' knees, bringing the count to 1-2. Gets the sign, winds up, delivers a breaking ball inside low for a ball 2, bringing the count to 2-2.
Found his opportunity to change his pitching up earlier on, but went back to it and didn't quite find the zone.
Right. This one is outside low.
It's the theoretical dirt.
Right, as Conejo has to backhand it on the outside over there, bringing the count to.
We seem to be having a disagreement out on field between one of the coaches and
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was.
the umpire.
Okay, so Jacob Freya is actually. It's a little bit of confusion. The umpire said that they're trying to decide whether if it was ball 3 or ball 4.
Yes.
You know,
I believe
sometimes, yeah, sometimes the umpire calls a strike, and sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he takes a little bit of time to call the ball a strike. So I don't know if he.
Calling the actual
Well,
strike out loud,
maybe Coach
possibly.
Womack didn't see him throw the sign for. Right.
That is up on the board for us out on the field. So, to our view at least, we're 5 pitches in. That's 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Right.
Count
It is a
full.
full count. Exactly. That's the thing. It was only 5 pitches. You're right, Alex. It was only 5 pitches, but that's the thing. Sometimes that umpire, he'll call it a strike late.
Yes.
And I think that he didn't necessarily call it, or Coach Wymack may not have seen it and thought that it may have been called a ball. And that's the thing. Sometimes the sign is a little bit wrong. I've been here where our game scorekeeper is a little bit better as Frias takes strike 3, looking
Absolutely.
on a fastball to
Had
the
that call.
outside.
He did not like that even.
And he is upset about it. Absolutely, he didn't. I guess he didn't think it was a strike. Unfortunately, as Danny Bustamante takes his turn for his 3rd try at Alvarado.
So far,
He did. He actually his last at bat. He was he didn't get on his first try, but his second try he took ball 4 and scooted down to first base.
That's
As he hits one hard down in between the second and third baseman, King, and is on base with a single here in the top of the 5th. On the first pitch, too.
That's the hitting Bustamante is known for, in that little zone in between the third and second baseman.
Mm-hmm.
More in between the shortstop and third baseman, finding that little gap in the defense.
And that's something that they were trying to play him for before. They were pitching him outside before, and unfortunately, when he came up this time, I guess Alvarado might have missed his spot as Gannon Howard steps in and takes the first pitch outside as Conejo fakes down the first to.
Possibly having that left side hitter beforehand might have messed up his memory on where he should be putting that ball.
Well, here's Gannon Howard now as he's already taken a pitch and the throw over by Alvarado.
Just a courtesy check, nothing called.
Yeah, as Bustamante dives back to first safely and takes his lead again. He takes just a nice little one-step lead. He's not any threat. He's taking a bigger lead now. Fakes it, and the ball bounces as Bustamante moves over to second on the missed throw or the mishandle by the first baseman over there, Martinez.
He was ready for that one.
Well, Alvarado made a quick move. He made a really quick move, but he ended up throwing it a little bit low, and it seems like it got past Martinez and hit the bag and bounced up all the way to the gate as Bustamante makes his way over on an E1 by Alvarado.
And this field does not have the short backstop on any side of the field like Arlington does, so that is not going to be an easy throw back in off of that error.
Right. As we have a man in scoring position now, and that's exactly what the Colts are looking for. As we have our hitter up right now, Gannon Howard. he made a, he hit it hard to right field. He's trying to hit one hard here in play, trying to bring Danny over to third, or at least bring him home as he takes a pitch inside for ball 2. 2-0 here. Howard.
Absolutely fired up to possibly take back that scoring position. Well, not take back the scoring position, take back the leading score.
Yeah.
And boost Amante even further in his RBI tonight.
As Gannon Howard hits one to Coach Womack as he lets it go by, bringing the count to 2-2.
Coach Womack
or 2-1.
just about ready to jump in and grab the balls out himself.
Well, Alvarado's he's made a lot that he's went deep into a lot of batters here. And you might want to say, he might be getting a little bit tired out there on the mound here in the 5th.
Just a bit. He was very strong in the opening few innings, but, even with how strong you might be on the plate, if you start getting tired, that's going to show in just the defensive performance, and you don't want to see that at a tied score.
Well, he was checking, and he's checking for a new ball now. And he checked over to second, to check on Bustamante over there. Nobody's actually covering Bustamante. But then when Alvarado made his pitch to the plate, he released it high, so ball 3, bringing the count to 3-1. Gannon Howard is looking for his pitch up there. There's the pitch. Hard to third base as King misses another one. Bustamante makes his way over to third, and Gannon Howard scoots over to first. We have action here in the 5th, at the top of the 5th here for our catcher, and a big hitter in the 3rd spot, Axel Alvarado, on the E5 by King. That's his. I'm not sure if it's E5 or not, but it's the second time he's kind of made the same type of play where the ball kind of went up under his mitt. So I don't know if it was an error or not, but both of the guys move over as the Gophers have a meeting with Coach at the pitcher's mound here to discuss what they're going to do tactically against runners on first and third.
Womack actually taking this opportunity.
Right. Oh, they're scheming over there. Absolutely. I've seen Coach Womack in this situation numerous times this season. Be prepared for something special to happen, Alex. As Axel is in the batter's box. He's a big hitter. I'm not gonna lie, but they do some very special things. Some unique things in these types of situations, and the Gophers might not be expecting. They better stay on their toes for sure.
And I've seen when in the past Womack has brought a player aside, they're getting ready for possibly a sacrifice play to get that last, to get Bustamante, who's currently on third, in for a score.
As Axel takes his first pitch for a strike. Doesn't look like they were doing too much right there because Gannon didn't really take a lead or anything, and he is known to steal. He's known to steal in this situation, but he's also known to steal just as he does as Alvarado fakes to third, fakes to first, just to give the runners something to think about. That's the thing. In this situation, Alex, Axel is a big hitter. I don't see him taking the bat out of his hands for a bunt, just in my opinion. But at the same time, like I said, Coach does some unique things. So Axel takes an inside pitch here for ball 1, bringing the count to Snake Eyes.
Yes,
I got you. I was just messing with you a little bit, Alex. Just a little bit.
Fully fine. And that honestly gives me.
Oh, Alvarado hits one to right field. The play is made, Bustamante, he tags, but he scoots back to third. Neither one of the runners advance on the pop fly by Alvarado to right field.
And I was thinking possibly that the runners on base were going to possibly just keep Howard on first and then just see if they can scoot in Bustamante off of a big hit from Axel.
And that's why they let Axel hit, because he's always come up in that situation and delivered, and unfortunately he flied out and no one was able to advance as AB steps into the batter's box to try and make a change here as Conejo fakes the throw to first, fakes the throw to third, and Gannon Howard just scoots over to second base. He was trying to get, draw a throw or draw some type of reaction. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So now we have runners in scoring position, second and third, as Howard moves over to third. Howard moves over to second. Bustamante as third as Abe pops it up to the right fielder for the third out of the inning, as Sanchez makes 2 putouts in that inning to get them out of that inning. And in the Colts threat to try and go up here. This is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Con un amplio y auténtico menú, satisface tus antojos o prepara tu próximo evento con nosotros. Visítanos todos los martes para disfrutar de Taco Tuesday con 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrar sucursales cercanas o hacer pedidos en línea, visita taqueriatacoexpress.com.
And welcome back here to the Grand Prairie baseball field, where the Arlington Colts and the Grand Prairie Gophers are tied in a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 5th. And I'm here with Alex. What do you think, Alex? What do you think is going to happen here?
I think it's been a really close game, but I think honestly, just the hitting from Grand Prairie has been looking pretty strong, and so I think it's been a little bit scary tonight. The possibility of them getting another scoring position and possibly getting a sacrifice play and to go up on the score is a real possibility here going into the bottom of the inning, having already had Arlington in that scoring position and kind of fumbling it.
Right, as Alvarado makes his first pitch to our center fielder, Aguilar, for strike 1 as he leads off here. AB throws another hard fastball right past him as Aguilar takes a big cut on it for strike 2. Here's the third pitch of the at-bat, low in the dirt as it goes, and Aguilar swings on it, and Axel Alvarado makes the play down to first to Cifuentes for the first out of the inning. So it was a strikeout, dropped ball.
Backwards. Swung out, and AB's looking pretty strong out on the bump tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure he's trying to go 3 up, 3 down as he throws the first pitch to Giovanni Alvarado in the dirt for ball 1. Alvarado against Alvarado as he throws it inside ball 2.
A little bit of a in and out of the mitt, but not
that's
any...
that is a funny fact here. The ball is hit hard to Bustamante, backhand. He throws it in the dirt, but good play on the play by Cifuentes to get the out against Alvarado. And that was just kind of a funny thing. Alvarado on the mound, Alvarado in the catcher, and Alvarado in the batter's box.
Yeah. Lots of Alvarados tonight. The Alvarados have run wild.
Yeah, bringing the second out of the inning And going into our next batter, the catcher, J.J. Conejo, as he takes ball one.
And if AB manages to get them out of this inning without too much trouble, I think they have a really strong position to possibly go up in that next inning.
Absolutely, I think that they'll go up in the next inning because they'll come up with one of a couple of their best hitters as J.J. Conejo takes another pitch here and swings big for strike two, bringing the count to 1-2. Absolutely, as Blue calls time. We're ready here. Here's the windup. Delivered in the dirt again as Alvarado stops it. Makes the throw to Cifuentes for the third out and another K for A.B. Alvarado. Bringing this inning, the top of the fifth, to a close, or I mean the bottom of the fifth to a close. And we'll be right back here with high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade.
Field Ops North Texas is the trusted name in athletic field marketing for schools, teams, leagues, and tournaments. They even do commercial landscaping. The better question is, what can't they do? With fast turnaround times and proven expertise, they make sure your grounds look unbeatable every time. Call 817-908-2194 to find out more. Looking for a plumber you can rely on? Pipe & Peak handles all your residential plumbing needs. From tunneling and slab leaks to camera inspection and sewer repair, and even cast iron replacement. They offer competitive pricing and now offer financing to make repairs easier to manage. Family owned and trusted for over 16 years, they treat every home like their own. Call 817-807-7069 to get your free quote and get your plumbing handled right.
And welcome back here to Grand Prairie Field for the sixth inning as Alvarado is still out there trying to finish this game out for the Grand Prairie Gophers. As we have a 1-1 tie here, and we're led off by Bring the Pain Carnell, followed by Corbin Quiros,
Yes.
and then in the hole, Colin Murphy, our second baseman. And this is I mean, there are a lot of hitters on this team. There's a lot of hitters in this lineup. But right here, I mean, you know, ending the last inning with Axel, you're starting with your fifth, sixth, seventh hitter. And these guys are some very dangerous hitters in this middle of the lineup.
Of course, and going into the fourth as well, if they get into scoring position on one or two of those first three, Cifuentes could be looked at to bring them home with a very strong hit, possibly a baseline or out in the outfield.
Right, as Payne is upset with himself on that first pitch as he grounds it down third base line, foul. He hit it really hard down that third base line, and King has already been having a couple of issues down there. I'm sure he wants to make a play down there. Here's the pitch. All strike, breaking ball on the outside corner, bring the count to 0-2. As Alvarado has made a pretty good showing tonight. He's at 4 hits, 3 Ks with just 1 score as Payne protects the plate here with an 0-2 count, fouling this one towards the Grand Prairie dugout.
He was looking a little bit shooken out on this.
It looks like he's ready for something. Here's the pitch. He pokes it over to the first baseman's head as Sanchez dives for it, but does not make the play. Our second baseman tried to get there. Unfortunately, it was just out of his reach as King Arnold gets on with a little blooper over the first baseman's head and right out of the outstretched arm or glove of the second baseman.
A little masterclass in placement, I think.
Absolutely. That was a nice little piece of hitting there. Just protecting the plate as Corbin Quiros comes up and bunts down the first base line. He's running hard, And he is safe. He is safe as Payne Kernal. Whoa, whoa. I thought he called him safe. Looks like he may have called him out. They're conferring as Payne Kernal moves over to second. They're conferring to see if Corbin is safe. He did. He hustled down that line. And the throw was, it may have been a tie. Tie goes to the runner. Looks like he might have even pulled him off of the bag. Maybe the first baseman, Martinez, tagged him. They're going to Coach Womack right now with a decision.
They're is having quite a bit of issue with calling.
So now Coach Womack, they're calling him out. They're calling him out. Coach Womack is furious down there at third. He like, what is going on? He's got a little choice words for the field umpire. He's got more than a couple of choice words.
He has a lot of choice words and a couple of hand gestures.
It looks like they're calling interference on. They're calling interference on the runner. As Coach Womack is making his way over to the dugout.
Possibly to make a case.
As he's telling everybody to calm down. He's telling everybody to calm down. And now they're saying that they're calling interference, so they've taken Payne Kernal back to first base. Right, they called him out on interference on the bunt, and now they're saying that there was interference between him and the first baseman, which means that Payne Kernal is back on first base as we go to our next hitter, Colin Murphy. As the pickoff by Alvarado to try and kind of get into Payne Kernal's head, tried to catch him off guard there.
Yeah, and I think he's going to take full advantage of that little bit of that. It's just
as Payne Kernal takes a pitch, the first pitch of the at-bat, swings over it for strike one. So we do have one out here. Man on first for Colin Murphy. Number 7 hitter. As Alvarado makes another throw over. Tag is made by Martinez.
What I do like to see, though, is the players on the field are frustrated.
They're kind of taunting each other a little bit here, Alex.
They're frustrated for sure, but
as Cornell steals second, and the ball is actually dropped by Conejo. So Colin Murphy moves out of the way here. And Payne Kernal moves over to second.
Moves up to the scoring position.
Bringing the count to Snake Eyes here, 1-1 and 1. As we have a tie game at 1-1.
The ones have run wild? Question mark.
As Alvarado checks second, throws another one low to Colin Murphy for strike 2 as he takes a big cut and swings through on the breaking ball.
But as I was saying,
hold on, the ref is coming out. Umpire is coming out to talk to our first base coach. Oh, they're saying no banging. Okay. So basically, what it is, the umpire behind the plate said that the Colts were banging on the pad and stuff like that, and that's not necessarily sportsmanship. So they're telling them they can make as much chatter as they want, but when they start using things to bang and stuff like that, they can't do that. So Blue just made sure, and now they're clapping super loud as Alvarado checks second, and he already had a little bit of an interaction as Murphy pops one up out of bounds over here on the burn.
Almost right on the head to the grandstands.
Exactly. Bringing the count to 1-2. Just kind of protecting that plate a little bit. And now Colin is just stepping back in. He's trying to bring that runner around so that they can put a little bit of pressure here on Alvarado and go up 2-1. At least move that runner over here with just one out. Alvarado checks. Fakes to second just to get him back. As Martinez or Sanchez covers. No throw made.
I think it's most important to get on base without getting that.
Right.
More than anything, because in that position, they do have Cifuentes to possibly make that sacrifice play to get in that run and to score it. And Cifuentes, I think, is the person to do that because while the rest of the dugout or rest of the bullpen is looking pretty peeved off at the calls recently, Cifuentes has been looking pretty ice cold, sitting there getting his practice swings and getting ready.
As Alvarado pitches and Colin steals, I mean, not Colin, I apologize. As Payne Pernal steals third on the low pitch on by Alvarado as he doesn't check him, bringing the count to 2-2. Colin Murphy's doing a lot battling up there. Now he has a runner at third, 2-2 in the count with one down. Or 3-2. It's a full count here.
Yes.
Here's the pitch. He throws the bat. He takes that fourth pitch, and he's on base on balls.
That's exactly what we wanted to see here, as I was saying earlier, because now he's on that base, and we have the possibility for Cifuentes to possibly either hit a bunt or hit another line drive or just get something in action, get something in play that could get that third base runner.
Right. He's our number 8 hitter here, but he just came off of a nice double down the third base line. And that's where King is actually kind of hugging that third base line now. He's playing a little bit closer as Cifuentes is ready to take his cuts as Alvarado has a man on first and third with one down. Cifuentes hits one hard to center field. Aguilar is getting under it. Payne Pernal tags. Here's the throw. There's no throw. They hold the man at second as the coach Cifuentes brings home Payne Pernal for the second run of the game for the Colts, bringing them back into the lead here in the top of the 6th, 2-1 on a sac fly by Noah Cifuentes.
Beautiful sac at that. What can I say? I love being right out here. I love bringing out great plays to you, and quite honestly, it just feels so good to see Cifuentes get that in every time. It's been pretty consistent the last few weeks, what he's been doing for the team, and so.
And now we have Jacob Frias taking a strike one to the inside. You know, Alvarado's been having a little bit of issues with lefties here. And that nice breaking ball he has to the outside for righties, it's a little bit difficult for him to throw that to a lefty. And here's the pitch as Frias takes a big cut at a breaking ball for strike 2, bringing the count to 0-2.
Strikes up, but I believe the last time he did this, he did manage to bring the count to full.
He did actually bring the count full as Murphy takes a small lead over at first. Looks like Alvarado is solely concentrating on the hitter as he throws another breaking ball to Frias. Big cut here as he strikes out in the top of the 6th inning here to end the Colts' threat. This is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered. The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romney Pools, LLC, We provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Martinez.
And welcome back to the Zap Network as A.B. Alvarado comes out for the bottom of the 6th inning to face Rodrigo Martinez, Jordan King in the on-deck circle, and in the hole, Diego Torres. And that's the thing. They're at the end of their lineup here, and they're trying to go ahead and manufacture a run to get back in this game where it's 2-1.
Lineup has done a lot more of the work tonight for Grand Prairie so far, but I believe that run did result in some of the hitting from the bottom.
And that's the thing. Jordan King, the next batter, the one on deck, is the one that actually scored the one run for them. As Rodrigo, he did get a base on balls, but he ended up being thrown out at second on a fielder's choice. As we go into this at bat, 1-1 now, as AB makes another pitch here in the dirt, bringing the count to 2-1.
AB has been
as he makes a nice breaking ball in the zone for strike 2, bring the count to 2-2. 0 outs here as the first at bat is Rodrigo as he hits it hard down the third baseline, foul. Tierra gives chase, lets it go.
Once that contact can't quite find the position. As we go to wild deuces.
Here's the pitch. Fouled down the right field.
Lots of
grandstand over
baseballs.
there into the bluff.
Lots of baseballs for anyone who wants to go out and find them tonight.
He takes his time now as the count is still 2-2. He delivers a curveball for strike 3 on the outside corner as Rodrigo Martinez goes down looking. And that is actually the third strikeout for AB coming in for relief. Like you said, he's coming in. He came in the middle of the 4th for the Colts, and
he has that many strikeouts.
He's got 3 strikeouts. He got 2 last inning. Now he's starting out hot here as he throws a strike to our 8th hitter, number 7th hitter, Jordan King.
The only run so far for the Grand Prairie first. However, did have 2 issues out on field, allowing scorers to get in position earlier for Arlington.
Right, and that's the thing. AB makes a nice pitch. Bustamante charges, and the ball is absolutely dropped by Sufuentes. Unfortunately, he snow-coned it, and King reaches on an error by Bustamante. On a kind of a, he side-armed it. He charged it hard. It was a good play, and unfortunately, it was just a little bit off target, and Sufuentes couldn't bring it in.
Couldn't correct.
Right.
Little kid's ice cream on the floor type of moment, unfortunately.
As King gets a pinch runner, number 15, Jalen Garcia. But that does put the Colts into not a bad situation, because of course they have one out here, and that middle of the infield they tend to turn double plays. So we have up to bat right now Diego Torres, who takes the first pitch for a ball on the outside corner. He already had an interference, but then he came back and had a nice little ace hit in his last at bat, and I'm sure he's trying to duplicate that as he takes another pitch high as Axel throws from his knees down to first to Sufuentes. but our pinch runner is able to get back safely.
Low on that.
Right, we're going into this.
That's up to 3.
Going into this at bat now. We're deep in it, and AB throws over the first. Fuentes gathers it, makes the tag. Garcia gets back safely again as AB is in the hole a little bit here with a 3-0 count. Here's the delivery. Strike down the middle. Strike one, making the count 3-1. Well, you know, that's something that he probably wants to do, but then also they're making plays out there for him, like you said, the defense, and he throws this one inside, unfortunately, and gives up a base on balls. And Axel is looking like that was a nice inside pitch there, bringing up the number 9 hitter, Amir Sanchez. So we have a man on first and second, one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Colts hold on to a 2-1 lead as Abe Alvarado has.
Is anything, he's a speedy, dancy pair of legs out on the bases, so
Right,
this
well,
could get concerning with possibly getting position.
well, we have a pinch runner out there right now, Alex.
Oh,
That's
of course.
actually Garcia, Jalen Garcia, at second, taking a pretty big lead as Bustamante looks to come over a little bit to hold as AB throws another ball to our number 9 hitter, Amir Sanchez, bringing the count to 2-0. Just one out. I'm sure they're trying to looking to try and make something happen here as AB throws another one outside of the zone, bringing the count to 3-0. As I don't think that Amir is going to be looking to hit the pitch here as AB throws another pitch, bringing the count to 3-1.
He started that running off.
What?
Not quite sure what is happening fully, but seems Womack is taking a timeout.
As Coach Womack comes out just to get clarification. He's calling it a little bit late, and the runner, the batter, he threw his bat like he was gonna go, and the runners have advanced.
There, while it has been a little bit of a, free reigns night on the coaches running out on the field, it has been a little bit of a difficulty for both the players and the coaches to tell when a ball or a strike is being called, and it has been causing issues out on the field.
It is.
Runners have not gone back to their
Well,
places.
the blue is telling them they need to come on back, and they're not moving for some reason. So he's coming out to confer with the field judge. I mean, it's been a lot of confusion here tonight in reference to what's going on, and now Coach Womack is just trying to take a look at like what's going on here. Are they going back? Are they not going back? It doesn't look like the runners are going back.
Which doesn't quite make sense with the call of the strike coming out. Is that just going to be called as a double steal for the?
It looks. Coach Womack is coming out again to figure out what is going on. So the players advanced on a live ball. It was live ball.
Sure fully what the call is going to end
Well,
up being.
it was a live ball, Alex.
Yes.
And the thing is the hitter threw his bat across Axel, like it was a walk. And since the blue called the strike so late, nobody knew what was going on. So now AB has thrown another pitch for ball 4, which means that the bases are now loaded for the Gophers. Bringing it back to the top of the lineup, for full bases are loaded for exactly.
I can't even blame you for the for the confusion in your own words, because it has been a confusing night out on
Well,
the
Saul,
baseball
he's
field.
already been on base 3 times tonight.
Yes.
2 times on base on balls. As this one goes into the dirt, as Axel Alvarado protects the plate, keeps the ball in front of him, preventing those runners from moving forward.
Sacrificing his space to keep that ball dug in.
So we have 1 out here for AB, as he's been pitching very, very well up until this point. As this is called a strike, he's been getting that fastball over. He's also had a little bit of control in reference to his breaking pitches, as he looks to get himself out of the jam here against the leadoff hitter. As this pitch is low in the zone, ball 2.
A change from AB's.
Sign and delivers. A breaking ball to the outside. Ball 3. The count is now 3-1. Bases loaded.
It's all up to AB here. Whatever defense that can be put up by the outfield after is going to be damage control.
Well, he's looking to either get a ground ball or a strikeout, as it is not called a strikeout. As Coach Womack is super upset about a pitch that looked like it was a good pitch, walking the tying run home. Now we are tied 2-2 here, as AB has walked in the tying run, and we still have bases loaded, 1 out.
This is looking like a danger zone for Arlington now, as we go into a now.
Well, Dennis is up to bat again, as AB throws his first pitch, strike 1, over the plate to Dennis, who's looking to redeem himself. He's had a sac bunt and two strikeouts here. As the ball gets by Axel, and the go-ahead run for the Gophers comes across the plate on the pass ball. Here comes Coach Womack out. He is a little bit upset. I don't know. But he wants to talk to his team. He wants to calm his team down here, as
honestly, the world just feels against him right now. It's probably what it feels like out on the Blades.
He's having a conversation with them, and he's settling them down. They went down. They still have to get out of this inning. They still have a little bit of time. Momentum is, obviously against them right now, Alex.
Yes, and this is kind of what ended up happening with the game against South Grand Prairie, the second game, where they ended up having a pretty strong first few innings going up, and then some issues happen out on the field that just cause a lot of pain in the defense, in their mental game, and possibly just crippling a little bit of what would usually be such a great defense. So we hope to not see that tonight.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, some of that stuff was out of their control.
It was,
right?
most definitely.
The umpires have kind of interjected themselves into this game a little bit more than, I guess, we anticipated, and now these guys have to overcome adversity a little bit here, as AB throws one high after the break here, bringing the count to 2-1. And that's the thing. I think that these different decisions and stuff like that have kind of rattled these guys a little bit. It's AB settles down and throws a fastball hard down the pipe for strike 2, bring the count to 2-2
And
with a man on second and third.
That's most definitely what I mean by just the mental game out there is what's really going to take a hit. It's not even just the defense of the boys out on the plate right now. It's just the pure mental game that ends up being needed to, you need the strength to, see yourself through these calls, even if they go in the wrong direction.
As Dennis steps in to a full count, AB winds up and pitches. As Dennis protects the plate here and hits it to the backstop, straight back. As AB gets back on the rubber to try and finalize this at bat with this pitch here. As he misses with a curveball on the outside, ball 4 as Dennis takes his base, bringing the bases loaded again. As our second batter up, what was that, Alex?
Not the position you want to see coming back into play.
As Dennis takes first. Aguilar hits one hard to left field. The play is made. The tag on base is made by Amir Sanchez, who comes across the plate to score. As Jacob Frias tries to make the tag, he ends up throwing it to third, and that puts the Gophers up 4-2. As we now have Isaac Aguilar, who just had a sac fly. That brings us to our cleanup hitter, Giovanni Alvarado, who's trying to help his own cause here in the bottom of the 6th as he fouls one to the backstop, bringing the count to 1-1.
And what would really make Arlington's defense, especially out in the outfield, great here is if they can move on from all the chaos that has happened so far and just make that catch or make that force out at home plate and then move on and find some way to score and equalize going into the next inning.
Right. Well, we have a man on second and third, so they want to make the easy play at first or, like you said, make a play in the outfield and just go ahead and get out of this inning. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? When you're playing games like this and the adversity comes, you need to go ahead and overcome that adversity, and that'll make it a big win if they can come back in the 7th and get those bats going. Here's the pitch. High. There's a breaking ball that didn't break to Giovanni Alvarado. We are in a 2-1 count here as Abe looks to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing to Bustamante. Comes up throwing. Superfuentes digs it up for the final out of the inning. Getting the Colts out as Coach Womack comes out to talk to his guys. Where they leave 2 runners on base, the Gophers do. We get out of that inning, and this is high school baseball on Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
Well, it's been a frenetic few innings, but the boss is back on the call as Arlington has 3 outs to work with to try to come back from that frenetic 6th inning. Special thanks to Alex Courson for coming on for those middle innings there. He'll be on the call for the entire broadcast alongside Cameron Wilcox for the Saturday ball game against the Mansfield Tigers. That one's scheduled for a noon first pitch. We had a pitching change during the commercial break, a new pitcher down the pipe for the Gophers, and if your pipes break, be sure to call Caleb Renfro at Pipe and Peak Plumbing at 817-807-7069. I believe
it's Jordan King.
Jordan King is
Number
coming
9.
onto the mound, and it looks like Alvarado has moved over to first base.
Right, and now our third baseman is number 4.
That is the former first baseman, Martinez. So Martinez to third. A little bit of shifting there. King to the mound in a save situation as Gio Alvarado is done for the night with 6 innings pitched on 4 strikeouts, and he'll be working with a lead. And it's the top of the Arlington lineup that is due up in the form of Danny Bustamante, Gannon Howard, and Axel Alvarado. King coming out in relief. The righty turns and delivers a first pitch ball too low to Busta. A little bit of drama going on over the ballpark at Bowie as well. The Volunteers and the Vikings are tied in the 6th at 3 apiece. Ball too low to Bustamante, and he's ahead in the count here to lead off the top of the 7th.
Yeah, he's looking to get on base again. You know, he had that one past that bat where he got on first. Trying to start it off here for the Colts.
The 2-0 is going to be a call, strike 1. Bustamante thought that was too far inside, but the umpire says it crossed the plate. And it'll bring the count to 2-1.
King trying to make up for those mistakes at third.
Busta with a charge in it, but it goes too far, foul down that third baseline.
Like he was looking for that, right?
Almost like he wanted it. Came very close. Two balls and 2 strikes now, as Bustamante trying to find his way aboard to start this top of the 7th inning.
Motivated. Looks motivated.
Way too high, does not drop in time, and the count runs full to the leadoff man.
Yeah, that looked like a breaking ball that didn't break at all.
Just never broke.
Yeah, all the way across his letters.
So the count runs full. King finally agrees on a pitch and sends it home. He'll put this one in play to second base. The throw is in time. Torres to the new first baseman, Gio Alvarado. And it's a 4-3 tapper putout for Gannon Howard.
It was almost like he just missed it. It was a ball on the outside. He kind of, you know, hit it on the end of the bat, and unfortunately it was a slow roller to second base.
King's first pitch to Gannon Howard will cross the knees for a called strike number 1.
Yeah, Gannon is looking to get on this time. He got on last inning as well. He's trying to get on this time as well to start it off for the Colts.
That one is too low and too far away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. King agrees on the pitch. and comes home with it. And Howard's got a charge to left field, and the catch is made. Howard is steamrolling into second base, but they say that is an F7 out to Dennis.
That was a hard hit ball to the offhand of Dennis, and
he made the catch.
Man, he made that catch because that was an extra base hit for Gannon Howard. If that play was not made, he was already halfway to second by the time Dennis caught up with that.
Colts are down to their final out now, as Axel takes a look at ball one. Called strike. One and one now to Axel. Got a triple back in the first inning. Since then, a foul out and a fly out. And that is a called strike two. Axel does not agree with it. And Arlington is down to their final strike of the game.
That's Coach Womack.
He's trying.
He has a couple of.
He's trying. He's got some choice words for how this game's gone.
Absolutely.
The 1-2. That's low and inside as Axel shakes away from that one. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
As Axel's getting encouragement from the crowd here.
Very lively crowd on both sides tonight. Axel defends the plate, fouls it off, and will stay here at 2-2 with 2 outs. It's senior night for Grand Prairie, so their fan base has shown up and shown out. Arlington's crowd making the trip one town over. Probably not going the way anybody envisioned this one would tonight.
Well, there's a lot of people looking intently.
For a lot of reasons.
Absolutely. I think some people are going to be running out of here in a minute.
Another 2-2. Axel's going to pop this one up. Shallow left field. Muniz calling for it and making the grab. A wild and woolly and frenetic 6th inning plates 3 Gopher runs to take it from a 2-1 Arlington advantage to an unexpected 4-2 Grand Prairie Gopher win here on their senior night at Gopher Park. We'll take it right into the postgame show presented by John Wade Roofing. John Sr. played for Arlington High and was the team MVP in '76. He also played for TCU and UTA football, earning all conference and conference champion honors. After a stint with the Houston Oilers, he started roofing in 1982 and never looked back. His legacy on the gridiron is now matched by the legacy that the company has built in the community for over 40 years. The next time you have roofing needs, gutters, painting, solar, or more, call the family that does more at 817-265-5520. Cameron, I wasn't on the call for the game on Tuesday, but it was a final score of 6-.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey.
Sorry about that. We forgot it was a touchscreen computer as we were getting ready for the postgame show. Grand Prairie made a game of it on Tuesday, and Arlington barely escaped with a 6-4 win. And tonight, the bats just did not come alive when they needed to, and a wild bottom of the 6th inning helped Grand Prairie pull this one out and get the win on senior night.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, when you look at it, they stranded a couple of guys in the second that could have possibly put them up and tried to make this game a little bit out of reach. But then also, there were some strange plays tonight and some strange calls.
There were.
And a lot of things that didn't go the Colts' way. And you know, sometimes in baseball, that's kind of what happens. The the plays don't go your way, and you know that they should have been called differently, but unfortunately, once it's been made or the decision has been made, and we see what happened. Once the decision was made, that threw Abe's rhythm kind of out of whack,
It did.
and the Gophers were able to, you know, capitalize on that.
It's not very often that you see an Arlington team get distracted by the officiating or make defensive mistakes. But unfortunately, there were moments where it kind of felt like maybe they shot themselves in the foot a little bit. And as you said, you've got to have a short memory in certain circumstances. And AB didn't get out of his own head, I think, in certain cases. And just the entire team felt gypped, felt a little disoriented, and you know, you can't let one person standing behind home plate dictate the outcome of the ball game.
Right.
And I feel like they perhaps leaned a little bit too heavily into that tonight. And I'm not going to say one way or the other whether it was justified or not. The fact of the matter is you've got 7 innings to work with, and you can't let one half inning, you can't let one person dictate to you the way that things are going to go. You have an entire ball game to work with, and you can't make any excuses for that.
Right, and that's the thing. You know, when you look at the third, they went up three up, 3 down. In the 7th, they went up, 3 down. And then in the 6th, like where all that chaos happened, even when they were hitting, they had an issue on the base path.
Yep.
That play right there, I've never seen where you bunt the ball, you're running it out, and you don't run outside of the base path, but they call you for interference.
Right.
So where was the interference?
Where was he? Well, the question is, where was he supposed to go?
Exactly, and that's the thing. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. So I see where Coach Womack is, where he had a little bit of argument with, like, what's going on here?
Yep.
And that's the thing. You know, sometimes your reputation precedes you, and these guys are in second. So, you know, maybe
everybody's out to get you.
And that's
you've got a target on your back, and whether we agree with how the calls went in that 5th, 6th, 7th inning down the stretch, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
What matters is when you've got a target on your back, you have to execute like you've got a target on your back.
Right.
And Arlington looked scared a little bit in those late innings. They looked a little timid. And you cannot play that way if you're going to contend for a district title and if you're going to be a playoff team. Now, the positive takeaway from this, Arlington already clinched a playoff berth via certain tiebreakers with other teams. So tonight's game does not really affect much of anything
in that sense.
In the playoff sense. They probably will not contend for a district title this year. But the fact that they are in the postseason for the 6th year in a row is definitely a bright spot to take away from, regardless of the final score tonight.
Right, and that's another thing. I mean, of course, yeah, you can say. I wouldn't say timid. I understand where you're coming from. They didn't attack things like they should have.
They should have taken the bat off of their shoulders.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say timid. I'm gonna say they got complacent.
Okay.
I'll say they got complacent, where it was like, okay, you know what? We beat these guys already. We know that they don't have much. And then, like you said, when you give somebody an opportunity and they take it, like, that's what Blue did. Blue gave them an opportunity and they took it.
Well, and then there was a wild pitch that scored a run.
And exactly.
You can't have a wild pitch in that scenario.
You can't get flustered. You can't come out of character and come undone.
Right.
Just because something happened that you didn't like.
Right.
And I mean, I feel like we're kind of dwelling on it now because they are a good team. They're a well-built team.
Yeah.
And this type of thing happening to them now is good because now that puts a fire in them, puts a hunger in them going into the playoffs.
Right. You would rather learn these things now, correct the mistakes now, so that you don't make these types of mistakes in the postseason.
In the postseason.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And the other beautiful thing is tomorrow at 12 noon, in about 15, 16 hours from now, Arlington gets another crack at getting some momentum behind them.
Right.
It won't be for district standings. It won't be for playoffs, but it'll be an opportunity for momentum against a very good Mansfield Tigers team at Mansfield High School. And we get to take advantage of the no-stakes scenario and give both you and Alex opportunities to continue to hone your craft and give people like John Ethan experience producing, give people like Chaz experience with camera work.
Yeah.
It's going to be a completely student-run broadcast tomorrow here on Zap, and I, for one, am really, really excited about, you know,
a day off?
Well, not a day off. I'm going to be there.
I know.
I'm going to be
just
putting in work.
I'm just
But
messing.
to be able to see the work that people have been putting in all season, Arlington's been putting in work all season, and now you guys get to put in or showcase your work as well. So
Right.
I'm very excited about that, and sincerely hope that those of you still tuning in tonight will join us tomorrow for that game as well.
Yeah, and I look forward to doing it. I've worked with John. I've worked with Chaz, of course, and now I've had the opportunity to work with Alex. And I think we're gonna do you proud tomorrow, Zach.
I have no doubt, and I hope that you all will join us on that game. But I think that is going to do it for this edition of High School Baseball on the Zap Network, presented by John Wade Roofing. Thank you all for being a part of tonight's game. Final score again in this one, Grand Prairie 4, Arlington 2. For Cameron and Alex, I am Zach, thanking you for tuning in to tonight's ball game, and we hope to see you all tomorrow for the Saturday matinee noon first pitch against the Mansfield Tigers. Until then, we hope you all have a great night.
Have a great night.